Hey everybody, I'm just Q, and I'm back with some more Eternal Evolution. New Hero Spotlight, welcome. Let's talk about Sorvaley, or Sorvaley. I've been calling her Sorvaley for a long time, and let's just say, my bad. Sorvaley. So let's go ahead and go through her skills and see what our opinion is of her. Alrighty, let's jump on in here. Passive, Broken Dream. And already, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now, I'm already going to tell you now. The name of the skills for some of these heroes, just complete beautiful imagination. I really love the names. I can't fake that whatsoever. I'm not usually a giddy person. I'm an introvert, so you're not going to hear me be all up and at 'em and very excited for no reason. I just really love the imagination when they came to some of the names for these moves. Broken Dream. When an allied unit other than deer spirits die, Sorvaley has a 7% chance, now this is affected by accuracy, to summon one deer spirit based on the level of Dark Moon Dreamer. Of course, we'll get to Dark Moon Dreamer here in a minute. And once you upgrade this, when Sorvaley casts a skill, she has a chance of summoning one deer spirit behind her. So my main thing about this one, because I was reading through just to make sure, of course, I don't really fumble on these explanations, making sure I understand the skills themselves, because I don't want to be talking to you guys. I'm like, what does that mean? So when I was reading through, I was like, when any allied unit other than Deer Spirit die. Now, does that mean just any, meaning other summons? So when they die, she has a chance of summoning one Deer Spirit? The reason why I asked that is because if you have Daniel is constantly recasting his, I want to say his dire wolf. He has a dire bear, no, but his wolf. He's constantly, and I don't know why I got caught up there. My bad. But he's constantly recasting the wolf summon that he has, and of course the other one dies, and then new wolf comes out. I mean, he constantly recasts his eagle, his bear. You know, eventually they have to die. Are those still counted as chances for her to, you know, recast and summon another deer spirit behind her? If so, obviously she has to be on a team with Daniel. Again, Daniel becomes the GOAT, like, just saying. So that's going to be an obvious thing. And the same with Sinway, same with Muka if you're using Muka currently, or if you're using Skewer and Haiti, same thing. You're obviously going to be recasting your summon at certain points in time. So once they've been despawned, does that count as a death is what I'm trying to say. And then that 7% chance is, you know, proc. And eventually you got to hit one. So I don't know. That's just something to think about as we're moving forward. Dreamlocker Spear. Sorvaley throws a spear at the nearest enemy within range, inflicting 16% of her max HP as damage. This skill has a 70% chance, based on accuracy, base chance to reduce the healing received by that target by 60% for 4 seconds. Now this is a 60% healing reduction. That is amazing. That is amazing, especially if you're dealing with, say you're going through your Twilight Lands, and of course you have a Serena on the other side, and you have a Mazrani on the other side. You don't really want to deal with their healing per se. So for me, most of what I usually do, I put CC. So I immediately want you to not be able to cast anything. So I'm putting CC out there, whether I have to use a Thor, or of course my Daniel, throw out his ult, stun a whole entire group of people. I don't care if I have to use Oisa, which I very rarely use her nowadays, you know, once I get so high into Twilight Lands, but there's still a chance for me to stun long as her accuracy is pretty high, and I think my accuracy is pretty high on my Oisa currently. Close to 100, so we'll talk about accuracy later, because I have a whole entire video I need to make on accuracy, but this is really, really good. Healing reduction, and then her damage is based off her HP. Let's not forget that as we're moving forward, but the chance is a 70% chance base. That's not bad. Now once you upgrade this, when the user throws Dreamlocker Spear and the target is within 3 meters, the user jumps 3 meters away from the target. So she distanced herself. So she's trying to pull distance. She's trying to stay back, still attack. So it's almost like a hunter summoner almost. So I don't know. I'm curious. Now we have Dark Moon Dreamer. And let's see right here. I'm just trying to make sure. Yep, Dark Moon Dreamer. So we want to make sure we're listening to Dark Moon Dreamer, because it's going to be helping or it's related to Broken Dream, so Dark Moon Dreamer. Sorvaley summons one deer spirit with 55% of her attack and defense, and 12% of her HP. Up to 4 deer spirits can be present on the battlefield at the same time. Now, that's 4 deer spirits, and you also, if you're using Muka, you have 2 wolves. If you're using Senway, you have, Shadow. If you're using Kalaza, you have 2 doppelgangers. So as you can see, the field is completely littered with summons right now. Just imagining what's going on. It's completely crazy. Now, don't forget also, once you build her, because we're going to be talking about gear after this, deer spirits with 55% of her attack and defense and 12% of her HP. It's very important to remember that, because how she works is gonna be a little bit different, at least in the way that I'm thinking of using her. If I eventually get her, it's gonna be really, really different. So when you upgrade this, summons a deer spirit at the start of battle. So kind of like when you're talking about Daniel, he summons his eagle at the beginning of battle. So I mean, very, very easy to conceptualize there. Ultimate Dreamgate. Sorvaley throws her spear, opening. Oh, I've been calling her Sorvaley, and I now I remember why. So I know this is random, and I wanted this to be a different video, but hey, like what? Yeah, okay. So I didn't read that. Sorvaley. So Sorvaley. Yeah. So I think what happened there. Sorvaley. Yeah, someone just, when they were typing, they hit the R button at a different time. It's just a small typo. So I was just wondering why was I calling her Sorvaley? But it obviously says Sorvaley. So my bad. Sorvaley throws her spear, opening a dream gate at the target location for 6 seconds. During this period, the dream gate drains the HP of all units within range for 1.6% of Sorvaley's max HP per second. Drain HP is shared equally amongst allied heroes. I'm sorry. I was kind of jumping ahead here, thinking about different things, but this is almost like having a secondary healer as well, if you're thinking about it. But I want to go ahead and jump into the upgrade here. When the Dream Gate opens, it has a base chance of 50% based on accuracy to imprison enemies within range for 3 seconds. Now for me, this kind of counts as like a silence, a cripple. I don't know how many other people play games like Smite, League of Legends, things like that. But I'm thinking of like, if they're imprisoned, say if it's like someone like Emma or Rez, any hunter really, any mage, any long range DPS, can they still attack when they're in prison? Or are they imprisoned and they can't move at all? That's something to think about, because it's, number one, it's really good CC. That's 3 seconds of you can't do a thing. And also, can I still attack this person while they're imprisoned? Very good to think about, So far, like, just thinking about her kit, thinking about her name that I, for whatever reason, messed up, and we know why. All in all, I think she's a very good hero. There's unfortunately just one tidbit that I have about her that just been kind of nagging me since I've been reading her skills, trying to get everything right, looking at it and thinking about it in an in-depth manner. You need to have some attack on her. I mean, yes, she's a tamer. Yes, she can do damage most likely. However, if you're paying attention to everything, and we go back, so, we're talking about summoning her, Deer Spear here for her passive, throwing of her spear, that's her first attack we kind of read, but it's based off her HP as damage. And then same thing for here, we're summoning again based off her attack, defense, and her HP. Pretty standard for summoners. And then same thing for here for Dreamgate, but 1.6 of Sorvaley's max HP per second. But then HP shared amongst the entire group. Not bad. Number one, if you're going against, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the positives. If you're going against a certain boss when it comes to your guild fights, your guild bosses, then if you're going against the summon boss, where the Achilles heel of the boss is, I don't like summons, the more summons, the better, then you're going to place this person on there. You're going to place them on there. You can place them, I would say you could place Sorvaley on here with HP gear, HP substats all around, easy claps. And the reason why I say that, I would say attack and then HP. So give her enough attack where their dear spirits can do some damage, but a lot of HP to the point where, of course, this ultimate hopefully can slap a little bit, but of course that will come with testing because it's just 1.6%. So I'm not exactly how much damage can she do, but if she's based off HP and she's throwing her spear and she has a ton of HP, maybe her damage goes up. So you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with it. But if you're going based off of that boss for your guild boss fights, you should be able to just pop her in there. Don't even put your healer in. Have Daniel, Sorvaley. Right now, I know if you're running Skur and Haiti, you can put that in. If you're running Kalaza, you can put that in. Muka, you can put that in. Who melts? But any summoner, I would just say throw all, just a whole team of 5 summoners in there. It's an easy job to do a lot of damage with a little bit of healing. And you don't have to use a healer. You'll technically be on damage as long as she's built in a certain fashion. So now that I've started with the positive, it's just since this ult right here is based off HP and then her attack is based off HP, it's like, do I build her HP? And of course, with accuracy. You need accuracy for certain pieces of these things to really be doing anything. And I would say it's really good to build her accuracy if you're looking for something like Dream Gate to be able to imprison those enemies. So I don't know what it looks like. I wish they did have like a try button to where you could try a hero out and better understand the skills with a dummy team or something like that. But unfortunately, we don't have anything like that right now. And the only thing I'm thinking is, like, how do I know what gear is best? So, sorry, not what gear is best, but what gear is best and what setup is best for her to be able to do either the most damage or give the best support. Because at the end of the day, she's kind of like a tamer support. That's just what I'm saying. Especially if you're using our summoner team and it counts when another summon dies and she has that 7% chance to summon one of her dear spirits. Summoner support. That's what it seems like. Summoner support. To me, she doesn't really seem groundbreaking just based off of what her attacks are based off of. They're based off HP. So I don't think she's going to be Daniel good, but she's going to be off healer good. So say if you really needed a second healer in there, but you want someone to do a decent amount of, maybe even a modest amount of damage, throw Sorvaley in there. HP gear, 2 HP substats on the bottom with some accuracy, That's what I would say. Or you can go accuracy, attack, and HP with HP gear. So that's definitely what I would do. So that way you definitely have some attack for the dear spirits. You have the accuracy boost, and then you also have some more HP to boost her up as close to maybe about, I would say maybe about 800,000 to 1 million, somewhere around about there. And you're looking at a decent amount of damage. Decent amount of versatility as well with that group heal. So this has been Sorvaley. I do apologize for correctly/incorrectly saying her name. Hopefully get that typo correct. But what do you think about her? Do you think she's going to be really great? Or she's going to be better than Daniel? Do you think she's not really something you should go for? If I'm being honest with you, if you want my opinion on summoning, I say skip. It's an easy skip for me. If you don't have Daniel's up right now. That's an easy summon between the two of these. Sorvaley skip. Sorvaley skip. I'm gonna get it right eventually. I apologize. But Sorvaley skip, Daniel summon. Easy. And I don't understand why they would put her on a banner like this with the Daniel coming on the rotation. That is completely crazy to me. I'm not trying to say they shouldn't have put Daniel out there. It's just it seemed like they would want people, I mean, maybe to pull summons or something. Like, they want people to pull summoners, but I don't know. Easy skip. This is not going to be the person that's going to change your team immensely, but Daniel is. So if you don't have Daniel, or you're still looking to get him immortal, that's an easy summon, easy decision. I hope you guys like the spotlight. Please tell me your opinions of my opinions, and what do you think you should do with this character, or whether or not, or how you should build them when you do obtain them at a later date, or are you going to summon, and what gear are you going to put on them right now? But other than that, when you're here, I want you to stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.